Captain on the bridge.
Alright, captains, we are back on the bridge, and today, yes, we've got some things to go over from the Star Trek Online official Twitter page, so on screen. Captains, before we get into this video, do us a favor, like the video, also subscribe here to the YouTube bridge, as we're always on the lookout for fellow captains that we can share our love and passion for Star Trek Online, but also things Star Trek. With that said, here we go. So we got a couple vlogs, a catch-up vlog, and then we're gonna go head into game and talk about the thumbnail that you captains clicked on. So first up, captains on PC can go to Red Alert for an entire week, earning a specialization point and an ultimate tech upgrade. Now this, captains, came out March 3rd, so we're a little late on this, but it has not started yet as of this video. So we'll head over to the blog here. The galaxy goes to Red Alert. Captains on PC can go to Red Alert for 1 week. The entire galaxy is going to Red Alert from March 9th to March 16th. All of our Red Alert events will be returning at once, as the final frontier is caught in a massive invasion on all sides. During this event, you'll be able to play the following content. So Borg, Elachi, Tholian, Zinkethi, and Nakul Red Alert. Of course, that note there of the Zinkethi Red Alert, I've done that a handful of times. It's fun. I think I failed it once, but it is, I just do the Borg and Tholian. Now, captains who are new here to the bridge, of course, welcome to not only here, but also Star Trek Online. This is a great way to get resources, in-game resources, especially when the Red Alert is on, because these are really quick. In a group, I've never seen this last more than 5 minutes, especially the Borg and Tholian. If anything, you can even use this to keep farming marks as well for your reputation. And if your reputation is full, farm the marks for dilithium ore so that you can convert it to Zen, which we'll talk about later. But in addition to their usual rewards, these task force operations will also grant daily bonus progress. You'll receive 1 daily progress each day for completing 1 Red Alert. Doesn't matter which one, on any character on your account. After you receive 5 daily progress, you'll be rewarded with a package containing the following: once per account, so an ultimate tech upgrade and a specialization point. Again, this you can use right away on any item, any gear on your ship, and instantly make it epic. A specialization point obviously will get you to that 65 and or dilithium if you've already maxed out your specialization tree. You can also purchase the grand prize on the events page if you'd prefer. Highly recommend against it if you have the time. Again, captains, like I said, these are very short pew-pews. The price will be prorated as you earn a daily progress, becoming cheaper the more you play. If you earn or purchase the event's grand prize, you can still complete Red Alerts to earn bonus progress. Completing a Red Alert TFO each day will grant a bonus amount of dilithium ore beginning at 8,000 and increasing by 1,000 for each completion thereafter. Red Alert task force operations are available to captains of level 50 or higher. Head out and defend the galaxy. Captains go to Red Alert. So again, always recommend doing these events as well as even after you've completed, because you can get additional dilithium ore. So there you go, captains. Again, this is on the PC starting March 9th. So next up, a brand new TFO, the Birdcage, is coming to console on March 14th with Refraction launches, or when Refractions launches. Captains, finally, especially my console caps, we know finally when it's coming to console, the anniversary event, and of course it is March 14th. Finally, so it's essentially like a month after, but anyways, we'll go over the blog here quickly. Now, we did a video on this already, so captains, what we'll do is link that in the description below so that you can see us go over this. This has some good dialogue here in this blog here. I kind of do appreciate it. So break out of the Birdcage, March 14th. A brand new TFO is coming soon on Xbox and PlayStation. Can you break a valuable prisoner out of the Terran Empire's maximum security prison? So captains, again, I've already covered this. So what we'll do is just link this below in the description so that you can have us go over this, but this is just kind of like story and background for it, really. So, but I will say that this is a good ground TFO. Now, currently there's a bug in this where the Terrans in this TFO does not count as Terran kills. So keep that in mind. I know that they're aware of it. I think it was last week's 10 forward stream, Kale was made aware of that and hopefully did forward it to the dev team. But we'll read this little part here. So, in the birdcage, the Emperor will make you sing. Can you overcome the defenses of the Terran Empire's most notorious prison complex and rescue a VIP of utmost importance? Or will you end up one of its denizens and live out your days in an agonizer cell? The birdcage is the lovingly nicknamed Supermax security complex that the Terran Empire uses to hold people of strategic value, but who need to disappear. In here, the agonizer cell is the least of your concerns, as the warden has taken liberties with the prisoners to continue his augmented gene splicing research in an effort to produce the next generation of Terran soldiers. Expect this dangerous mission on Xbox and PlayStation very soon. So again, I do like this TFO. It's not an Operation Wolf, but it's pretty fun in my opinion, and we will probably use this as one of the things, of course, to build up our marks as well, but also to change up the daily that you need to earn progress to get the event reward, which we all know at this point is Baby V'ger. So a lot of the console captains already know that, but just in case, again, we will link any of the videos that we've done covering this up to the release on the PC bridge, which again, the videos are right here. This came out like a month ago. So it's usually about a month after, especially with bigger updates like this. So brand new TFO, I will link that. And of course, I'll also link this to information because this is going to come out too as well. So for the TFOs and such, but there we go. Because this released on PC back January 24th. So actually, it's been about 2 months now because it's now March, month and a half. So it's always like that. Again, I've always said before, I wish they would always just kind of release them together because there are some events that they can, like the summer, winter, and even some other events that they've done side by side, but it is what it is. And of course, captains, the reward for this is the Baby V'ger, as we mentioned. Now, captains, to the thumbnail of this video. So we're gonna head over to the actual stow bridge, I should say. Head over there. We are still on the Terran monitor as of this video. We are probably gonna switch out of this, but I will say this has been a fun ship to fly. But that's not the reason why we're here. The reason why we are here is this. The exchange has literally crashed. I never thought this year that we would see the dilithium exchange, the Dillex, go below 500. Now, when I logged on this morning, it actually was at 490, which I've never seen it that low since, God, 2-3 years ago. So that is absolutely amazing. And I was actually asked either a couple days ago on stream when I was on Twitch, when do I think it's going to go drop below 500? I said about a month or two, but it's been so predictable. Just a day ago, 2 days ago, this was at 2 million, 1 point something. And then now all of a sudden, boom, drop. So the backlog is now pretty much gone of all that dilithium. Now, having said that, I don't know where this is going, but also huge shout out to Casual SAB, aka Spencer, who, captains, you know, is one of our friends here and have been truly blessed to have met him, but not also become a friend of his over the years. And he's been such a huge supporter of us and also helping us as the channel has grown here, as the YouTube bridge has expanded. A lot of it has to do with the help that Casual SAB has done, not only for myself, but of course for you, captains. So I know that there was initial comments that the conclusions of one Spencer wasn't necessarily agreed upon, but there is no denying that since he made those videos about the bot farms, the interviews with how things are in the Dillex, especially with a bot farm or a farmer, the Dillex has just dropped like a rock. So I had stopped buying or sort of converting Zen about, let's see, about a couple weeks ago when my order there had gone through for the 19,000. I kind of wish I would have stopped, but I'm going to see where it goes. Like I said, this morning it was at 490, and I don't know how much more this is going to go down. So with that said, having the Dillex go down, this I believe this is going to be better overall for newer players if this continues to go down, because obviously if it's going to take less dilithium or to get, or refined, I should say, refined dill to get Zen, then getting such in-game for free and or just for time investment is going to be a little bit more feasible and a little bit better. I don't know how far this is going to drop. I came into the game when the Dillex on 214 was about, I want to say 150 for some reason, but there's also another number floating in my head about 200 something. So 1 to 200. So let's just say 200. That's when I came into Star Trek Online back in 2014. If I knew then what I knew now, I would have kept converting any dilithium or refined dilithium I had so that I can get that price. So will it drop to those levels again? I don't know. Even with the new releases, especially the 13th anniversary bundle, key sales, this has kept just dropping. So again, it's hard to kind of tell what's going to happen because the backlog is essentially, it's almost gone. It's non-existent. There's look at that. There's only 504.
Command codes verified.
We're going to keep that in the video because, Captains, you see what happens when Triz gets jump scared, and that just means someone subscribed here to the YouTube bridge. So, Captain, to you, if you subscribe to the video or to the channel here at about 12 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, you gave Captain Triz a jump scare right there, and that's what usually happens on screen. So that is actually what I call a command code verification when you subscribe to the YouTube channel. But back to my final thoughts here. That's awesome. That's hilarious, actually. We're gonna keep that. So I hope that this does keep falling down. I don't know where this is gonna bottom out. It's gonna be hard to tell. My other thoughts on this is when Spencer was doing the interview there, that he went off and just kind of read it himself, there was a mention from the farmer himself that farmers are good. They offer these services at a price that is reasonable, and there are captains who actually use it. Now, of course, those are against the TOS terms of service, but regardless, things happen. And I think the sentiment was, and or the thought around that or behind it was that it could potentially slow down things in Star Trek Online with all the farmers gone, if that indeed was one of the cases. Now, last week, Kale did say that they made some internal changes. I don't think that one certain factor played a role in the Dillex's explosion. But you cannot deny Spencer's involvement in exposing more of these and getting Cryptic's attention. Not only that, also Joe and Stowe on Twitter has always been updating his Dillex watch thread. So shout out to you, Mike Cap, as well, regarding the Dillex. So it's a wait and see game. I have dilithium ore that I can, or I keep saying ore, refined dilithium that I can convert to Zen, but I am going to wait and see how low this is going to go, and I'm going to give it a couple weeks. Well, we'll watch this, of course, but then we'll follow up again and see what I end up doing, because at this point, as you can see, Captains, I have my order of 19,000 Zen already that has been converted there, and also the 14,400 that I've had just sitting there. So I would have used it for the bundle, but I did not. Anyways, So there you go, captains. We thought we would just again drop our 2 ECs on that and then show up that lovely ship as a last shot there. So again, just to recap, of course, captains on PC, we have a red alert coming up here, and it will be starting on March 9th. My console caps who have been waiting for the anniversary date to drop, there we have it. It's going to be March 14th. Finally, according to Star Trek Online official Twitter feeds, and I'm gonna just refresh it. I know you can't see this right now, captains, but I'm gonna refresh the Twitter feeds just in case if there's anything else. Nope, nothing. If there is, we'll just redo another video. And of course, the Dillex. That is just absolutely phenomenal on how that has dropped. But with that said, captains, do us a favor, like the video, comment below, let us know what your thoughts is on this development on the Dillex. And of course, if you want to give Captain Triz a jump scare, especially when we're on stream and or doing a video, subscribe here to YouTube Bridge, and we will leave it on this note.
Live long and prosper.